In this presentation, I will be discussing who Deftones is and how they became a band. I will also dive into what genre of music they make. I chose this band as my focus because this is my favorite band, and going to their concert earlier this year was for sure the highlight of my year. Their unique sound and performances make them stand out to me from any other band I have listened to or seen in concert. Who is Deftones? Deftones is an American alternative metal band, a new metal, formed in Sacramento, California in 1988. Their lead vocalist is Chino Moreno and features guitarist Stephen Carpenter and drummer Abe Cunningham. Later on, their bassist Chi Chang and keyboardist Frank Delgado joined. They are labeled as the Radiohead of metal. Some of their most notable albums include Around the Fur, which was released in 1997, and White Pony, which was released in 2000. They even earned a Grammy Award for their track Elite. A little bit of the background. Deftones was formed by high school friends who met through a local skateboarding scene in California. They formed in 1988, and some of their early influences was hardcore punk, post-punk, and metal. Their members are a mix of ethnicities, with prominent Mexican American members and some with Chinese heritage. All members have side projects including Team Sleep, Crosses, and Palms, and Chino Moreno makes his own music as a solo artist. None of them attended college. They formed their band and pursued music professionally shortly after forming in high school. When did they grow attention? Deftones first gained significant attention in 1997 with their album Around the Fur, and this led to the mainstream recognition in the alternative metal scene. Recently, they have been rediscovered because of streaming platforms, specifically TikTok. I'm on TikTok all the time, and all the time on my For You page, I see Deftones songs. And a lot of my friends actually got into Deftones because of TikTok genre. So, Deftones' genre is primarily alternative metal. They are often associated with the genre nu metal, especially from their earlier work. The genre is generally described as a blend of aggressive slash heavy sounds, atmospheric, and sometimes shoegaze-like textures and influences. The music is often dark or ethereal and emotional. Deftones were inspired by a diverse mix of bands, including The Cure, Bad Brains, Faith No More, and Hum. The vocalist Chino Moreno has even cited Prince, Michael Jackson, and Depeche Mode for their vocal style. Musical analysis. So Deftones' main musical inspirations draw from alternative metal with influences from The Cure, Bad Brain, Faith No More, and Hum. Their sound blends heavy guitar music with emotional textures. Their music explores themes of raw emotion, inner conflict, and desire. Their music is appealing because of its ability to merge heaviness with beauty. Chino Moreno's he's really the only one that sings in their songs, and so his vocal range is pretty dynamic, and that's only just gonna be for him. We don't I didn't really get to read anything about anyone else because Chino Moreno is the only vocalist. Sometimes he moves from falsettos that are airy to powerful belts and even harsh screams, just because they do have a few songs that aren't necessarily screamo, but they do give off that vibe because, I mean, they are a metal band. And he's often compared to Mike Patton from Faith No More, which is actually one of the bands that influenced Deftones. A song with lower notes would be Digital Bath. I inserted the YouTube link. And another one that showcases his higher range would be Cherry Waves. And I also inserted another YouTube link for that song. Hole in the Earth is my favorite song. It is so emotional, and its beauty was one of the songs that got me through high school. The song is about Chino Moreno's frustration with his bandmates during the recording of their album Saturday Night Wrist. The song expresses feelings of isolation and conflict. I included it's not really the bridge, but it's like the intro to it. And it's the words are I hate all of my friends. They all lack taste sometimes. There's a hole in the earth, I'm out. And this is a direct expression of his conflict and conveys a sense of him feeling alone throughout the whole process of recording Saturday Night Wrist. The hole in the earth resembles feeling detached from his friend group. Deftones concert. So I actually went, I mentioned it a little bit earlier in this presentation, but I did go to the concert back in March, and I just wanted to insert a little clip. So that was from it was a little clip of this the song Hole in the Earth, which is my favorite song. So I just wanted to add that in there. What I've learned. What I've learned from Deftones is that music can be both heavy and deeply emotional. If anything, being heavy makes it more emotional for the people who feel like they have a heavy heart. And I was mostly just talking about myself, but I didn't want to generalize and say that everyone feels that exact same way. Their ability to blend aggression with softness has shown that contrast in bands is powerful. What I mean by this is saying that, if anything, I feel like it's more powerful just because when they have a little bit more of a variety, it attracts more attention and more listeners. I have also realized that you do not need to fit one genre to be impactful. Their music, although metal, is still very diverse. From there, I have learned that it is good to experiment. Their music has taught me that most moving movements come from vulnerability and raw honesty. Deftones has been cited as a major influence by many bands across genres, including Paramore, which is another one of my favorite bands. And I just wanted to point that out because I didn't know that at first. And I just thought it was really interesting to find out that another band that I really love is influenced from a band I really love. And I just wanted to point that out. Here are a couple of my works cited, and thank you so much. I was not able to insert videos from my Google Drive to my Google Drive to upload it onto my Google Slides. So this is why I'm just including a YouTube link to my video. I apologize if there was any inconvenience, but thank you so much for taking time to listen to my video, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you.